How to do Fouette turns. The problem is everybody sees this. Guess what? I hate to break it to you. That's not actually what a fouette and how you do it. That's what you're seeing. This is what you see, but that's not how you do it. So the solution that we'll have is showing you what really happens, and we can frame to frame to frame to frame it like you have never seen this before. It's so cool. I mean, it's cool. It's like a tornado of information, right? So stay tuned, darling. I'm Cheryl Ale. I am the founding director of Revolutionary Principles of Movement. I am teaching dancers and teachers to be the very best that you can be. This is ballet for everybody. This is what we do here, folks. Come on. Fouettes are always the most intimidating for the dancer. It's the piece de résistance, if you will, of the ballet world. If you get that, then you have reached the pinnacle of your existence as a dancer. I am going to break it down here for you so it's much more approachable, like you're going to see all the elements. So let's get started. And no, I'm not going to do a fouette right here. I'm okay. I can't right here because the frame's too small. I can't. Okay. Hi, today we are here to do fouettes, fouettes, fouettes. Everyone aspires to do fouettes. What was the first time you saw a fouette and you really wanted to do this, Shannon?
When I was really little.
How old?
Maybe 5, 6.
5. And what'd you think?
I was like, whoa.
Yeah, right? It was like, wow, I want to do this. Did you like try to do them in your living room?
For sure.
Yeah, I'm sure. And Shannon's like a natural turner. So she's like, oh, I got this, Mom. Let's start ballet, right? And so what age did you start here at Ballet Palm Beach?
4.
4. So yeah, was that right after you saw fouettes?
Yeah.
Yes, I love that. So we're going to break down fouettes. I love that. So we're going to break down fouettes. So as a little girl, she probably thought, oh, they're just doing this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's what this looks like. The naked eye looks like that. But what's actually really happening in a fouette, it's a full, almost renversé, because you're coming around, and as you come around, the body swivels, and the leg actually starts about right here in the circle. Yes, folks, it does. Even if we break it down and show you picture to picture, then the leg comes to the side and comes in to the pirouette. So it goes 1, 2. But if you break it down this way, people are like, you're really crazy. Okay, but that's really what's happening. If we did a frame to frame to frame, we could see that happening. So what we do to start is we have to stir the pot, because if you stir the pot, it brings you again, it conjures your centripetal and centrifugal force that we've talked about before. It's this. But you don't want to go too far from center. What you're doing is, we used to do this as kids. We do this. Did you do this, stirring the pot, Shannon? Stir the pot. So you can feel these circles in the body. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's a good thing to do with your students. Just stir the pot, stir the pot. The pot is always good to stir for pirouettes also. But we are working on these fouettes. So if you stir, and go into a fouette and then into the double, that will also help you bring your centripetal force back to center, so you start having an idea where you're going to open for your first fouette. So Shannon is going to try this. She's going to do it the first time, and then we're going to do it a second time. We'll see 2 different ways that we can approach a fouette, okay? So Shannon, do you want to do it out of a pirouette? No, you want to go right into the fouette. Okay, so we're going to go right into the fouette. Go ahead, Shannon. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There it is. Now, You could actually, now that I've made note of the fact that it starts from behind, I actually could see that. If you don't know that that's what's happened, you won't look for it, right? It was an interesting point. So let's do it again and do one thing that I called back and left, because there's a point here in which the leg is going to take you forward. It took Shannon forward, right? Because that's what happens from the force, the centripetal force, taking you away from the center. So the only way that you can counteract or counter-resist that is from here, is to sit back at about that corner, Shannon. It's like that corner, you're gonna go boom, and you're gonna nail. So you're just thinking, it's that corner. You make that mental note. So try that, Shannon. Let's see if we can do that. There it is, back and left, back and left, back and left. Beautiful. You see, she did not move forward. She started to move to the right because she was still adjusting on the thought of sitting back at this corner. That was excellent, Shannon. I love, see, the beauty of watching students, as I have said in other videos, it's not about being perfect the first time. To be a great teacher and a great dancer is to not be afraid to make some mistakes. Make some big mistakes. And as a teacher, when you see those, you know what their body weight is doing. And then you can bring them back to center and say, you know, maybe better think about opening sooner at that corner. That's how you become a great teacher. That's how we're different here. We're not showing you perfection all the time. This is classroom. Every day is another day to practice and get better. And that's it. That's what we do. Was that easier? Or did that help you? I'm hoping it did, because, you know, the epiphany about this whole thing is fouettes are about 360 degrees different than anything you've ever learned. Fouettes always take a lot of practice and repetition so you can really understand the validity of these frame to frames we just show you. Apply these principles and it'll be much easier. We'd love to hear from you. If you're having any problems or have questions, let me know, please, right here in the comments, Share below. We love hearing from you and helping you. And you can help me, help you, help me, help you get better. And if this is your first time to the channel, well, we'd love to hear from you. Get subscribed, would you? This channel is all about helping you dance better, both the teachers and the dancers and your mother and your grandmother. I don't know about your cows, your chickens. My horse actually does this. I do this with my horse. Again, hit the subscribe button and see you next time.